we realized when there are fatalities, accidents on the roads, it doesn't matter whether it is NTSA that has failed, whether it's the police that has failed, whether it's the prosecution or the courts, all of us as a country, we have failed our country. So within the NCAJ reform agenda, traffic justice reforms are central. They are driven by the need to address the persistent road traffic accidents and fatalities, as well as traffic congestion. The role of the justice sector in prevention, investigation, arrest, adjudication, and enforcement is central to achieving this objective. We particularly focus on prevention. Accordingly, these efforts are geared towards improving road safety, reducing mortality and morbidity, strengthening compliance with the traffic and other laws, and ensuring offender accountability. However, despite all the efforts that the sector has put and interventions, road traffic accidents and fatalities, Your Excellency, remain high. I'll give a glimpse of what we have gone through recently. For instance, the financial year 2024-2025, 62,932 traffic cases were filed in courts. This comprised careless driving at 704, causing death at 787, contravening insurance at 3,509, county traffic rules violations at 69, driving under the influence at 2,991, obstruction at 6,917, violations of required speed limits at 556, and other offenses at 47,400. A similar trend has been realized also in this current year, where we have already registered 33,532. We realize many of these traffic offenses can be dealt with administratively, which means they can be removed from the criminal aspect of traffic offenses and be dealt with administratively. I'll be coming to that shortly. But I also wish to give Your Excellency the costs of these accidents. We have the Ministry of Health here, represented by the Director General of Health. The Ministry of Health tells us, and also the CS Health this year, the Ministry of Health estimates annual health care costs attributable to road traffic accidents at approximately Kenya shillings 48.5 billion, including emergency services, hospitalization, surgery, rehabilitation, and long-term care. Additionally, the average cost of treating a road traffic accident victim is estimated to be about 69,000 for moderate injuries and Kenya shillings 147,000 for severe injuries, with an average admission of 10 to 24 days depending on severity. We have not even gone to look at the socioeconomic costs of rehabilitating the victims of accidents and the time they lose from engaging in gainful work. During the 2025 festive season period, which attracted our attention, from the 16th December 2025 to 10th January 2026, we established 20 court stations to deal with the emergencies. A total of 1,978 traffic cases were filed during those 20 days and processed through multiple modalities. To support enforcement and prosecution efforts, the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, the DPP, deployed 36 prosecutors. The EACC deployed 70 officers. The NTSA deployed 121 officers. In 2025, a total of 5,000 road traffic deaths were reported. 2025, compared to 4,448 in 2024, reflecting an increase of 261 fatalities. During the 2025 festive period alone, we recorded 415 deaths compared to 338 deaths in 2024 for the same festive season, that represented an increase of 77 deaths, or 23% increase. This rise occurred alongside a significant growth in registered motor vehicles. We saw an influx of registration of vehicles from 81,000 in 2024 to 182,000 in 2025, and motorcycles from 58,000 in 2024 to 150,000 in 2025. There has been exponential growth in registration of new motor vehicles on our roads in 1 year. So the aim of this engagement, Your Excellency, is against this backdrop that we at NCAJ are here today to engage with you on the need to, one, advance a whole government approach for addressing road traffic accidents and fatalities, also congestion on the road. We feel it's a time we have a coordinated enforcement, adjudication, transport, and health services interventions across the relevant government agencies. We also felt the need, Your Excellency, to articulate before you the need for sustained high-level political leadership and seek executive commitment in prioritizing road safety as a crucial national concern that touches on governance, that touches on health and socio-economic development. Number 3, we felt we needed to mobilize an integrated and interoperable ICT-based traffic case management system that links law enforcement, adjudication with the transport agencies. The need also to mobilize Your Excellency and the entire executive, the legislature, to support the enactment and amendment or operationalization of key statutory and regulatory instruments necessary for the effective investigation, prosecution, and adjudication of traffic offenses, and more importantly, prevention. Securing sustainable financial support to strengthen law enforcement and adjudication capacity in the justice sector. Your Excellencies, the following challenges affect the management of traffic, contributing to avoidable accidents and fatalities. The effectiveness of traffic enforcement and justice systems response is constrained by gaps in the legal framework. We are also limited by digital integration across institutions, resources and capacity limitation, and integrity challenges in investigation, prosecution, and adjudication. In addition, public conduct remains a significant concern, particularly the unruly behavior within the border sector. Political interference in the enforcement of traffic laws, especially in the management of border and PSVs, is a significant challenge. Moreover, inefficient emergency response systems in the aftermath of accidents weakens road safety outcomes and accountability. Persistent funding constraints also continue to hamper effective enforcement and operations. Specifically during the festive season of 2025, the following operational challenges were encountered: unreliable ICT infrastructure, including poor internet connectivity and frequent power outages. Your Excellency, we also had delays in case registration at some court stations arising from procedural steps in arrest, processing, statement recording, and resubmission of case files, raw attendance by accused persons which undermined the effectiveness of virtual hearings, incidents of bribery which compromised enforcement and accountability. We also recorded unconducive working conditions characterized by inadequate office space because we were trying to set courts along the busy roads where we had no furniture or reliable electricity and limited basic social amenities for the officers. Non-compliance with traffic laws and guidelines by a significant number of road users, operational coordination gaps, particularly in communication, case management, and synchronization of enforcement with the prosecution, the courts, and the police. So therefore, we noted there are justice sector and justice sector reasons that cause road traffic accidents, because road safety in our country continues to be undermined by weak enforcement of traffic laws, corruption, lenient penalties, and poor coordination among institutions, alongside gaps in post-crash response and victim support. These systemic challenges are compounded by unsafe driver behavior, inadequate driver training and licensing, the use of unroadworthy vehicles and deficiencies in road infrastructure, factors that disproportionately endanger vulnerable road users such as pedestrians and motorcyclists or other drivers who are on the right lane. Further concerns include unruly operations within the matatu and the border sectors, vandalized road infrastructure, inadequate dual carriageways on major roads, weak enforcement of pedestrian safety rules, and driver fatigue.